allocation for free school feeding program, which was about 4.9 billion shillings, has been done away with. Is zero allocation. Then there's a general reduction of about 15.4 billion shillings for junior secondary school. That says a lot about this government's approach to education. Back to the question of more taxation, people expect more. People expect more services, but we are seeing the opposite, that higher taxation, but you're taking away some of the programs that really helped even with the school transition.
I believe for those who care, they may tend to agree with me once again that the issue is not even, the issue at hand is the motivation behind all this push and falls. Education, any government that treats basic service provision institutions casually, like health, security, and education, is not a government that can deliver. But I'm not surprised, because Kenya Kwanza is not an administration of learners, of people who love education. It is an institution, it's a government, a coalition of people who hate education passionately. These are people who will tell you that there is no need of going to school. These are the same people who call themselves engineers, and they don't even know who is the chairman, the Board of Engineering Commission of Kenya. So, I sit in a board of parents, PA board of a certain high school in Kisumu, where my sister schools. And when I sit here to discuss matters education, I discuss so with a lot of passion and insight. Very soon we are going to have an overall collapse in the education system. Because at the end of the day, look at government disbursement of funds to schools. I sit in a primary school GSS board. I have seen instances where money is going to be taken back to the government, not because the school has no priorities to develop, but because the government intentionally releases funds late. Then because the policy is that if the money is not used, it is refunded. In whose interest are we all doing this? Are we really allocating or removing the allocations for the interest of the people of Kenya? Do we really want an educated society? But I know the government we have in place is composed of people who are obsessed with the next election over the next generation. They do not care the professionalism in this country. If you see the presidency of William Ruto scrapping off the allocations, it shouldn't be a surprise. This is a government that do not know how to treat professionals. Did you see where William Ruto attended his attachment or internship? Where did he work before becoming a politician? He wrote straight from politics. I mean, straight from an MC all the way to a president. It is not a surprise. We should employ people in these government offices, people who have gone through the education channels. They know what, when I sit here to speak of an attachee, you know what attachment is. When you speak of internship, and that is where I was coming, you know what internship is. So when you see the government really doing away with basic things, and they say it is an hustler government, a government of the proletariat, then you should ask yourself, who is the hustler? So the motivation behind all this push should raise alarm in the ears of Kenyans. We are not going to have an education system. I'm sitting here as a very junior father. I am wondering, with this CBC in place, under the negligence and the carelessness the government is trying to treat it with, is this the same system that my son is going to go through? Are we really going to have people like William Ruto if it were not for education? I want to tell you, the first time William Ruto came to this city, he could not even locate where KICC is. It is because of good education, support and nurture from President Moi that made William Ruto to make it all the way to the university and become a deputy president. It is only imperative that the president acts with humility and for the moral good of the society to support education so that we have better...
Are we seeing that, Nelly, because you've been on this panel as we discussed education, and it was some time last year when the issues about the change